Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen and thank you for joining us. What I'm going to be making today is a tasty boiler of vegetable soup. Today's recipe is a viewer's request, so thank you for asking for that, and I'm glad we're able to bring it to you. Building flavors, that's what it's all about. And vegetable soup, of course, is all about vegetables and different types of vegetables and how you marry them together. So if this recipe interests you, stick around and let's get started. Now first off, we'll talk a little bit about our ingredients we're going to be using here. And basically, again, building flavors. Over here we got our celery. I find that soups and celery, they go together. Parsnip, here in Newfoundland and Labrador, parsnip, turnip, carrot, cabbage is considered your jig's dinner farmer when they grow that type of vegetable. But we like using it in not only our jig's dinner, we like using it in our soups. So we got carrot, we got turnip, parsnip, I got tomato for a base. We got some seasonings, which I'll share with you as we go. I got a couple of my secret ingredients in my vegetable soup. One is some shredded cabbage, just chopped finely, and that's kind of your hidden vegetable, and building the flavors with your onions. So what we'll do first, we'll talk a little bit about the onions and the vegetables. First off, what I got here is some vegetable broth or stock. And I made that myself because it's just usually made with my, I call it scraps of root vegetables and some seasonings and such. Then we got our vegetables soaking here, and all of them is cut in soup-sized pieces. And you can do that in advance. You can do it 15 minutes before you're going to make your soup. Or if you don't want all that fuss, peel it the night before, put it in water and just leave it on your countertop. Also, the tomato we're going to be using is, instead of tomato soup, we're going to be using fresh tomatoes. So I'm going to cut those, put them in my processor just to crush them, and we're going to start the onions on the frying pan and get starting building those flavors. Pretty much all we're going to do here is just cut these in chunks. Now you could leave the seeds in, or you can cut those out. It's entirely up to you. Leave some in. I don't mind it, but some people don't like using the seeds in it. So I'll just take out a smidgen of it, and then we're just going to pop it into our processor so that I can crush it. Alright, so that's our tomato. I'm just going to put a drizzle of olive oil, and then I'll just blend this together. There you go. So that's all we need to do there. So that's ready for us. Now let's go with the onions. So I'm going to be putting in there about a tablespoonful of butter. And I'm going to put a drizzle of olive oil. Let that start to melt. And over here, I'm going to be putting about 6 cups of vegetable broth into my boiler. And get that starting to warm, and that'll be the base of our soup. Just cover my boiler there a little, and I'm going to put a large chopped onion into the frying pan, and I'm going to top it with a teaspoonful of onion powder. We got half a teaspoonful of sea salt, half a teaspoonful to a teaspoonful, it's your taste. We got a teaspoonful of black pepper, you could use white as well, and a teaspoonful of ground thyme. So we're going to mix all that there. That's going to build flavors to start making our vegetable soup. After about 5 or so minutes of the onions cooking, you're going to add in there your crushed tomatoes. Scoop it all in. I'll get the rest of that now in a second. And just let this cook for another 5 to 10 minutes together in with the onions. And then what we're going to do is toss in the boiler about 3 bay leaves, 2 to 3 bay leaves, whatever you got. And then we're going to toss in, drain our vegetables and toss it on in together. Now I got turnip in there, and sometimes turnip, which is a rutabaga. You can get both, but we call the rutabagas turnips here in Newfoundland and Labrador. Sometimes they're a little tough. You can put that in a little before if you want to, or cut it smaller for it to cook quicker. So you just add that. And my secret ingredient being the shredded cabbage, just about a 1/4 cup of that put in with the vegetables. And we'll let this cook there for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I'll show you what's next with this sauce. So you're going to let your sauce cook between 5 to 10 minutes, but put her on a lower heat, between low to simmer, because you don't want it to gallop. You just want it, I'm saying gallop, cook fast. You don't want for it to burn, because we're going to be putting in garlic and about 2 cloves. If you don't want garlic, garlic is not our traditional type of soup base. I like using it. My dad used to grow garlic for me when he was organic farmer here in Newfoundland and Labrador years ago, and I love putting it in my soups. It really brings out a nice taste and flavor. So let that simmer, and then we'll show you what's next. So what we got here is 4 sticks of celery. I got them just put in soup size strips, and I'm going to cut them in little pieces. A cup of green peas, and they're frozen green peas, and a bunch of basil that we're going to cut there in little pieces. So after about 20 minutes of your vegetables cooking in the boiler, you can go a little bit longer. I'm going to say until fork tender or almost. Then we're going to put this in there, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. But after we cut up this, and then get your basil, put it in a little bunch. Just going to take that little part off, and then just cut that as well in little slivers like this, just to make it small. Now if you don't got fresh basil, you could use ground or another spice, I would say, Raymond, because like I said, whichever one now is something that you enjoy having in your soups. These are the ones that I enjoy using. So that's all we need to do there. Now I'll show you the next step. Okay, so now I'm going to take the lid off. So again, about 20 minutes, I should stir that there, just show you. Like 20 minutes, you need steam. So you can see all of those vegetables. You see how the cabbage is the hidden ingredient. It'll fade more than that as all of the soup cooks and everything is in there. So it's kind of like the hidden ingredient, I always call it. Celery, very important for your soups. It's tasty, and well, it's one of my favorite, having in my soups to flavor the pot. This here is tasty, so tasty. When it goes into the soup, it is just going to kick it up another notch, of course. I'm going to scrape that up now in a second. So put all of those ingredients in there, stir it in. So now you're going to put it on a low cooking, not a simmer, but a low cooking stage. And also what I'm going to put in there now is the peas, the frozen peas. You can put frozen corn in there if you want to, and I'm going to toss in there the basil. You can always add in some more after if you want to. And at this stage, taste your liquid. See what you think about it, if you want to add something else, or if there's an ingredient I'm using that you don't like, substitute it.
So I know that there's going to be a question come in there.
Okay.
You said you're going to put it on simmer there now for.
Yeah.
approximately how long would you?
I would say till you're ready to have it. Because you can put it on like a low and cook it for another 10 minutes. It'll be cooked. Then you could put it down on warm and just leave it there until you're ready to serve it. Just until your vegetables is softened. And all of those flavors, again, is married in together. And that's where it's at. This tastes amazing, by the way.
I know. And see, one good thing about working on this side of the camera is I'm learning how to cook.
You are, oh yeah, you know you're learning how to cook. As if you're going to cook, eh? You're going to be leaving that to me, you know you are. So just put your lid on just a little, just to let the steam out. And then that's it. I'm going to take up a bowl shortly and show you what it looks like. Now, our soup is cooked. And I hope that you guys are right ready to cut those vegetables up and make yours. And as well, I'm going to let that steam go. As well, if you wanted to, when I added in those peas, if you wanted to add in a noodle or rice, you could do that. Maybe some a noodle of your favorite, elbow noodle, or those alphabet noodles is the ones that our kids used to like. So now I'm going to show you this. I'm going to take up a bowl and then I'm going to have a taste. Just look at this delicious soup. I can't wait, Raymond, for our viewers to make some of this, because you know what, the flavor in this, it's just so good for you. This is a very healthy soup and I can't say enough good about it, you know, until you make it yourself. I hope
you gotta admit, you can't beat a good bowl of soup.
Oh no, you can't.
On a rainy day of the week.
Exactly, yeah, I agree, Raymond. I just put some more basil into this and some of those celery leaves. I'm going to have a little taste, and I got my Aunt Clara's dinner rolls here to have with it, to dip in it. And oh my gosh, this is what we call comfort food in its best.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Too good to eat.
Yes, you know, right? Oh my gosh, it smells absolutely amazing in here. Oh my goodness. The flavors going through that soup. The vegetables taste absolutely delicious. I love the basil in there. I love that fresh tomato taste. And of course, all of those vegetables. Of course, one of my favorite vegetables in there is the parsnip. And oh my gosh. Drop the spoon, delicious. I can't wait for you to make it. So good. Also, if you want to have some soup for later, put it in a mason jar. You could can it if you want to, or just keep it in your fridge. Let it seal on the counter. Put it in the fridge and keep it up there for a week or so, and it'll be good to eat. Or give it to your neighbors, invite your family in, whichever way you decide. This soup is good to eat on all week long, and I can't wait for you to make it. I froze some of Aunt Clara's dinner rolls too, so I'm going to add some extra butter to that and put those in my soup. Dip it in the soup. I'm going to leave the recipe here with you. It's going to be in under this video as either see more or an arrow pointing down. You can send me a message at bonitakitchen@gmail.com and I can send a link to you or the recipe. And you can also visit us on our Facebook page or our website, www.bonitaskitchen.com. I'd like to thank the viewer again for sending in a request for vegetable soup. I'm glad we got to it for you sooner than later. And of course, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for stopping by, for watching this video today, subscribing, liking, sharing our videos. We also, on behalf of myself and Raymond and our team, we don't want to take any more of your time. We know it's precious. From our kitchen to yours, you have a wonderful day.
Join us by the sea, a journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's kitchen to yours.
Now, just look at these beautiful vegetables, local organic vegetables in my brother-in-law's garden here on the shoreline. Absolutely beautiful. All organic, seaweed and compost is absolutely amazing.
Bonita's kitchen. To yours.